This house was first built for companions, but it has grown to become a museum instead, like the legacy of the Dragonborn on Skyrim. It is filled with spells and house settings and many stuff. It has so many spells that these merchants here can't even store them. So we see here, even if I bought a lot of spells, they still have lots of spells for sale. I do not use all the spells. As the merchants are so filled with spells in the fence, I had to put the rest of my homemade spells at this merchant. And I will continue to add spells here. In the future. Okay, while we are here, let's train some enchanting, as I use enchanting mod to enchant arrows. I will make 100 scrolls, 200 gold each, that's 20,000 gold in profit. You can even buy these parchments in the BTA headquarter and in the BTA headquarter in Anvil. As you can see here, my enchanting is skill 90. Okay, let's go back to the settings. So let's leave the tent. Well, use this tent as soon as your game lags, as it will stop lagging when you go to the tent. There is a spell that will take you to the tent, and you use the flap to leave the tent back to where you are. This button is not easy to see when you are in the house, but here you have all the settings for the house, and you can toggle save settings so we can save the game per auto, and you see here from 30 seconds up to whatever it was. I used 5 minutes, and after I kill a target, it will take 10 seconds before the next save is done. So it will not save during fights. We can rename the marked spots. We can mark 36 spots, as we have 4 different mark and recall spells. And the reason we can rename the mark spots is because the outdoor cells naming, well, it doesn't work. So we have to set the name manually from these house settings if we mark a spot outdoors in the world. So we also have a spell that can open the settings. It's very important you set if you are in Tamriel or Shivering Isle when using my mark and recall spots. If you like Infamy, you push that button. If you don't like Infamy, well, keep it as it is. As you do the book quests, you will lose Infamy. Because the book quests are good quests. You can also tell the agents to bugger off if you get tired of them hanging around the house from the house settings. When do we need to reset the chests? Well, I do it with, when I'm reloading a trading mod. And I reset every chest. Otherwise you don't need to do that. Look at the specific dynamic container video instructions. This spell is very, very nice for immersion. So get the spell and make your companions to do work outdoors. Gather resources, guarding the state from all nasty monsters I added to the estate with the Mo add-on, the Mo crafting add-on. We can port to every staff and every agent. So we have 12 agents and I think the staff is 8 right now. Here we have the librarian. I will not fight here. I let them fight. I will show you how they fight. And we also see that the ramps here are well pathed. So every NPC and every creature know how to find the roof. As you see here, my companions are doing the hard work here, plus a merchant, the cobbler merchant here, are fighting the harpsies. And the harpsies are not easy to kill, as I set them as level of set. So they are actually level 80 here, I think, or whatever. No, level 66. I am in level 80 in Skyrim and level 66 here. So the Hopsis was level 66. Look at the librarian here. She will fall all over the table. She got attacked from the behind. But she is essential, so she can take it. As there are so many creatures and NPCs in this area, all crazy stuff will happen, I promise you. Do not know why she is crouching around here. She is doing that for 2 hours. And she has not an AI to crouch around. And this companion is standing here, sitting at that chair for 2 hours as well. I don't know why. I have to check that out later. There are 6 companions doing work, but I can only find 2 this day. They are somewhere here around. Sometimes they get stuck in the tent or they get stuck in the workshop. Okay, let's visit the Loremaster of the BTA. And you can recall to any BTA agent or let them recall to you if you need them. It's very good as all of these agents and my staff are master trainers. Here you can tell him, stop bothering me and my home, and you will see every agent and every horse leave the state. So he will be the one that give us the BTA specific quests in the future. He only have one quest so far and I have done it, so I cannot show you to it. She is the one that writes the BTA documentation. She is the head librarian of BTA. So let's use the companion spells. Recall to a companion. And I will do that later to see where every companion is. Because we now recall back to the roof. I just picked one. And she is still sitting at that chair. She shouldn't. She has a schedule to run. Gathering resources and guard the estate, not sit there eating. The time is, the game hour is 1400 at this point. So we can change the weather. The spell is both in defense. And you see also smoke from the chimneys. And you do not see that anywhere else. I have checked. I've been in every town checking for smoke. There is none. So I added the smoke activators from the Oblivion gates inside these chimneys. So what I am doing here is trying to find other companions. But I fail. I don't know where they are. Most likely inside that workshop. Or inside the tent. I usually get stuck there. So I check the library, and the only NPC I find in the library is the librarian and the quartermaster. So his AI is working. Every staff member goes to the library at one point during the day. Or maybe two even. One in the morning and one in the evening. And some go to the library reading in the afternoon. So here we have the dungeon library. Every time you visit a dungeon, a book will be added per automatic in this library. And that way we can fast travel back to the dungeons, but you need to find the dungeons manually first before you can travel to the dungeon. I also try to write in these books about what resources they have, and we can see here in the arrow shaft cave that we have ebony. It's only one ebony, but still it's ebony. And let's teleport to it, just to show you how fast it goes. And I get attacked here, and so we go inside the dungeon. And I will show you my small creature companions. And they are added in an add-on that is included, a plugin to this mod that is included in the package. And it is 3 small creatures, and they all share the same scripts, so they work together, and they are looking for targets immediately when they get inside the dungeon. Or wherever they are, they can cause havoc everywhere, because they are very aggressive. So I only need to follow them around, really. They act as tanks and I can help them shoot the targets, but not today at least. Let's go home. I think that is all. Okay, we can send the companions homes with a spell, so they don't cause troubles in towns. They will, I promise you, if you bring them to the town. So here the game crash.